What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3. Zhaire Joseph's My Career. Quick review: we went 1-1 last episode, starting with a blowout loss to South Carolina to start the season. Then we bounced back with the win and a nail biter over Nevada. We're finally back here in New York after a road trip to play our home opener against Harvard. Still unranked. We haven't found an identity yet with this team or a role within the team. We're working on our chemistry in practice and scrimmages to raise our competitive intensity. The will to get better shows as Zhaire leads his team, extra scrimmages. There's a long way to go with this mediocre team so far, and Zhaire hasn't been playing up to his potential, but we'll see what he can do in his very first game in front of the home crowd. Alright, we're back here in the Carrier Dome in Syracuse, New York, where Zhaire is warming up, putting up some shots with Brendan Paul and Howard Washington. He's been struggling with his shot a bit and looking to be more efficient going forward for his team. So as you see us practicing a couple moves, going to the rim, shooting from the wing, shooting from some of his favorite spots, just to see if he could get himself going and maybe have like an explosion this game, because we really need to get some wins over some of these teams and take advantage before we get to some of the tougher teams, because I know some of our weaknesses are definitely down low and defending on the perimeter at the one for sure with Jalen Carey. We're very young down low, so I can understand why we would struggle down low with some of the more experienced big men in the NCAA. We're very thin and short down low. Like, our highest center is Bola Jack, and I think he's 6'10". Anyway, I guess on our strength would definitely be on the offensive side. Our scorers are myself, Zhaire Joseph, Elijah Hughes, Dolazash is pretty good down low. Bola Jack definitely plays very well to be undersized. Guerrier coming off the bench, he definitely gives us a spark. Jalen Carey, we don't get much from him. Every now and then we'll get a few shots from Buddy Boeheim, but we're working on it and it's a work in progress. Like I said, we still don't have our identity set yet. But anyway, let's get ready for our matchup today versus Harvard in our home opener, where we play the Crimson, and they are coming off a win over Maryland. They blew them out 83-68 on the road. It was a close game throughout the game. The Crimson got hot in the fourth quarter behind Seth Towns, 26 points, 9 rebounds. He hit 5 threes. Aiken had 15 points and the win to make Harvard 1-0 coming into today's game, where the consensus picks us to take the win here. Looking at their roster, they have no injuries. Seth Towns, a senior, 6'4" forward out of Ohio. He's going to be matched up with Elijah Hughes at the 3, a very good shooter, possibly in the draft this year. Elijah Hughes actually suffered a left shoulder bruise coming in today's game from Nevada, and he will be day-to-day, but he will play through this game. Then we have Bryce Aiken, a senior, a guard, 6 foot from New Jersey. An inside-outside scorer at the 1 will match up with Jalen Carey today. Noah Kirkwood, a sophomore, forward guard, 6'7" from Ontario, Canada. We got Chris Lewis, a senior forward, 6'9" from Alpharetta. Good two-way player at the 4. Then we got Justin Bassey, a senior guard, 6'5" from Denver, a decent shooter, strong going to the rim and finishing. Zhaire will be matched up with him tonight. We're going to try and make him shoot and keep him out of transition because of the size advantage he has. Then we have Christian Juzang, a senior guard, 6'2" out of California. Edan Traytout, a freshman guard, 6'4" out of Brooklyn. Chris Ledlam, a freshman forward, he's 6'6" from Brooklyn. Danilo Djuricic, I'm not sure if that's how you say it, but Danilo, he's a junior forward, 6'8" from Canada. And then they also have a center, Henry Welsh. He's a senior, 6'10" from California, along with other players that aren't here because they did not appear in the first game. So I won't introduce them because they probably won't play today's game either. So we're going to jump right into the game as we head to the floor. Looking at today's game, at the lineup, in Syracuse, New York. Harvard's going to come out Bryce Aiken, Justin Bassey, Seth Towns, Chris Lewis, and Henry Welsh. We're going to come out with our same old lineup: Jalen Carey, CJ3, Eli Hughes, Dolezaj, and JBA. As we have the orange with the ball, Joseph gets it up to JBA, who gets it to Carey on the right wing. He gets a screen from Bowler Jack, goes to the hole, lays it up over Henry Welsh for the first basket of the game. And here is Bryce Aiken, takes a jumper. He would miss. Hughes gets it to Joseph, who comes down, setting up the offense. Goes behind the back, sets it back up, pulls up, green light. And now here come the Crimson coming back down in transition. Bryce Aiken gets it to Lewis, who puts in a nice, easy layup with the left hand. Here's Bassey, who has it on the right wing against Joseph, gets it down to Lewis, who spins, goes up over Dolezaj for another bucket. It's now 6-4. As we come out of a timeout, Joseph gets a screen. He will pull up, miss it mid-range. Henry Walsh with the rebound, getting it up to Bassey. Coming down to the sideline, he will go up for the basket and make it contested. Could have been a foul. As they go to the line and we get subbed out. We come back in the second quarter. 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go. We're down 7. And here is Edwards with a nice basket. And then the Crimson have the ball. They will miss. Guerrier with the rebound, getting it to Zhaire Joseph. And he comes down. He will pro hop, pump fake, fade away, and a bucket contested. Nice jumper there from Zhaire Joseph. Now here are the Crimson with the ball. They get it over to Juzang, who puts a move on Zhaire, pulls up, knocks down mid-range jumper from the elbow. This is 31-28. Harvard in the lead. As Ledlam goes to the rim, he will miss it. Dolezaj on the rebound, getting it up to Joseph, who throws the alley-oop to JBA. He will finish it with a nice lay-in. So you look at this one more time. Good play, getting it down, running in transition and finishing. Harvard has the ball. Here is Juzang getting it over to Kirkwood, who will get the screen on the wing, going in for the layup over Dolezaj. It's 33-32 in the second, just over 3 minutes here. Zhaire with a nice pass. Bowler Jack will miss the easy layup, and the Crimson are coming down with the ball. Kirkwood will get fouled, and then I will get subbed out, and we will go into halftime. Down by 2, and we come back after the half. It's 38-36 still, getting it over to Elijah Hughes. He would miss a wide open 3. We came out very cold after the half, missing our first 3 or 4 shots, I want to say. And then here's Joseph working with Guerrier, gets it over to him off the screen and roll, and he will put it in for a bucket. Tie the game up. And then here's Bassey with a nice dunk. And then Dolezaj will go to the line. I will get subbed out, get subbed back in. He's at the line again. He misses the free throw. The Crimson come down. Kirkwood pulls up mid-range, wide open, knocks that down. It's now 60-53. We're down 7 points. Just under 3 minutes to go. As you can see, Bowler Jack actually got hurt while I was on the bench. A tailbone bruise, but it's not that serious. As you can see, he's still in the game. As Zhaire Joseph blown right by Juzang for the easy layup. As we're down by 4 now with just a minute and 30 to go. The orange with the basketball again. Zhaire Joseph showing off some nice handles, tight handles, giving it up to Dolezaj over Juzang for the easy basket off the switch. Noticing the switch, getting it down low to the big man. As here's the Crimson. Welsh would miss it, get his own board, putting the moves on Dolezaj down low, getting the layup with the left hand. As we are now down 3. 5 seconds to go. Elijah Hughes taking a 3, knocking it down with just 20 seconds to go, and that would lead us into the fourth quarter. We return. We are down 1. The Crimson would get a nice corner 3 from Kirkwood over Dolezaj. And now we are down 4 points, 8:42 to go. And Zhaire Joseph would knock down a 3 to match him. We are back down 1 point. And now the Crimson go to the rim. Aiken would miss. Good defense by Dolezaj. As Carey gets it up to Joseph, to Elijah Hughes. Nice transition offense, and we would take the lead. And now it is 69-66. The Harvard go back up by 3. Carey getting it to Joseph, who goes to the rack, putting in a nice acrobatic layup, kind of reversing it there, double clutching. And now we are up by 1 point game, 5 minutes to go here. The Crimson go in. Aiken with a nice layup, going inside, slashing, as Syracuse is still holding 1 point lead, and the shot clock winding down for the Crimson. They will miss. Zhaire Joseph with the rebound, coming down in transition, going left to right. He would turn around, find a cut in Dolazash, who would get the bucket. Nice assist right there from the freshman. And now, again, pulling up in transition, he will miss. Harvard would get the rebound. Bassi with a full head of steam, going right to the rim, coast to coast, landed in. Zhaire with some bad defense, and Coach Boehm take a timeout. This is a 1 point game, and the Crimson have the ball again. They actually took the lead. 1:37 to go. Dolazash with a nice chase down block. Carey getting it up to Joseph, who will get it up to JBA for the nice dunk. And it is now a tie ball game with just a minute to go here. Zhaire Joseph would attack the rim, pro hop, go up, put it in, making some very clutch plays late in the game, assisting, scoring, doing whatever his team needs to do. That is now 9 seconds to go. 4 on the shot clock. Aiken would go, get a screen, pull up, miss the jumper. Boeing would call a timeout for the Syracuse Orange to think it over and run up a play with 1.4 to go. Tie ball game. What are they going to do? Here's the play. Zhaire trying to get open. He gets the ball. He pulls up for 3. And he will miss at the buzzer. And we are going into overtime here in Syracuse, New York, at the Carrier Dome. As the French win the tip, Zhaire Joseph gets it right to Elijah Hughes. He puts it in from close range. And then the Orange playing great defense here. And the Crimson would miss. Dolazash on the rebound. Getting it to Joseph, who kicks it up. Hughes to JBA with the easy layup. And now it is 78-82. We have a 4-point lead with just over 3 minutes to go in overtime. Here are the Crimson. Aiken with the back-to-back. He gets poked away. It's stolen. Elijah Hughes going up to the rim. He dishes it to Joseph, who puts in a layup. And now it is a 6-point game. As you can see, Zhaire coming up really clutch. Him and Hughes and Bola Jack both leading this team so far in overtime, as Joseph will find Carey for a 3 at the end of the shot clock. Put the Orange up 10. Aiken takes a fading 3 over Dolazash, and he would knock that down, and they are now down 7 points. As Joseph will pick up his dribble. Good defense by the Crimson. Dolazash gets it to Carey, to Hughes. He will miss. Dolazash on the rebound goes up. He will miss. Zhaire Joseph with the rebound, gets it to Dolazash. He will go up and put that one in after 3 tries. I would get subbed out, and that would be the end of the game. We'll actually go to double overtime, 92-86. The Syracuse Orange come away with a win over the Harvard Crimson. A very hard-fought game, to say the least. As we look at the stats, Zhaire Joseph ends with 19 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals, 8 for 16. Elijah Hughes, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. He went 8 for 20 though. Dolazash with 13 and 10. Boehm with 10 points. Edwards with 8. We look at the Crimson side. Bryce Aiken, 16 points, went 7 for 20. Juzang with 15 points. Bassi with 13 and 8 and 4 assists. Kirkwood, 12 points, 4 boards. Overall, good win for the Syracuse Orange. As we shoot 44%, we hold them to 39%. And 24 from the 3-point line. They went 30% from the free throw line. We beat them in assists, second chance points, and points in the paint. As we look ahead, and we will sim the next couple days until the next week, where we get into our matchup against the Cincinnati Bearcats, who are coming off a blowout loss against Harvard, the team we just beat in our last game. They lost 99-70, as they are now 1-1, and we are 2-1 coming into today's game. They never had a chance being down 14 in the first, and never making a run to make make the game even competitive. Nonetheless, that was that last game, and we know we got to take on the Cumberland brothers and the Cincinnati Bearcats. So let's get right into the game. We're coming into Fifth Third Bank Stadium at Ed Tucker Court, home of the Bearcats, who line up Javen and Zhaire Cumberland in the backcourt. Then Jeremiah Davenport and Trey Scott at the forwards and Chris Vo down low. The Orange sticking with the same lineup with Jalen Carey at the point, ZJ3 and Eli on the wings, Dolazage at the 4, and then Jesse Edwards making the start today since JBA is suffering from a bruised tailbone and will miss a week or two to get back healthy. I like Coach Boeheim sitting JPA and playing it cautious, save the freshman instead of risking him getting worse and missing more time, because although he's not a star, he does make a huge difference for the team when it comes to rebounding, scoring, and defending. But anyway, in the summary of the game, in a nutshell, this was a terrible game for the Syracuse Orange, losing by 19 points, 109-90. It's really disappointing, especially after the two impressive wins they just put together coming into the game. We shot 41% to their 51%. Most of our buckets came from running in transition and inside. Even though we let them put up 64 of the 109 in the paint, we got out rebounded 64-43, and they had more assists, bench points, and second chance points, as their biggest lead was 25 points during the game. It was actually pretty close into the third quarter, where they outscored us 35-19, and it's where they just took off behind Trey Scott's 27 points, 11 rebound night, as he shot 13 of 19 and was flat out unstoppable the entire game. This is where ball eject factor does play a role in games. Besides, Trey Scott did limit their team and the Cumberland brothers, as they only scored a combined 29 points, 16 from Javen and 13 from Zhaire. Looking at our side of things, Quincy Guerrier actually led the way in scoring with 23 points, 7 boards, 2 steals, and 19 minutes off the bench. He also went 5 for 5 from the three-point line and 9 for 12 from the floor. Elijah Hughes put up a very inefficient 19 points, scoring 8 of 22. And then there's Zhaire Joseph with 14 points, 6 assists, and 4 steals, shooting an awful 5 for 15, although a lot of the shots were forced due to trying to will the team back into the game late. That's going to be all for the game, and that's going to be actually all for this episode. So like, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Come back for episode 4, where I'm going to have a couple new things to introduce within the series, and we'll play our next couple games and see what's going on with our draft stock and team stats, player stats. That's gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Like I said before, like, comment, subscribe, leave your feedback, enjoy the beat, vibe out with me, enjoy these highlights, a quick montage. I promise I won't be too long, and catch you guys next episode. Peace.